So how much money do you make off of 1 million views on YouTube? In this video, we're gonna go through one of my videos and go through how much money I've made off of this specific video that's gotten over 1 million views. And from there, I wanna show you guys some tips on how you can get higher CPMs on your channel and make more money with ad revenue. Before we get into this video, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, this is a popular topic in YouTube in general, and that is how much do YouTubers actually make off of their channel? And it's not just a clear cut, if you get this many views, you make this much money. It doesn't really work like that in the YouTube space because it all depends on your niche, how many people are creating content for that niche, and beyond that, it comes down to your CPM, so how much money you're making per view. And it all changes depending on the type of content that you're creating. I've heard from a bunch of different sources that 1 million views is equal to about $2,000. And yes and no, you could use that as like a general, just to wrap your head around the kind of money that you can make off YouTube, that $2,000 is 1 million views. Yes and no. So for some niches, that's gonna be accurate. However, there are niches that get higher CPMs, and there are more things that you can do within your video to make more money off of your video. So guys, if you're new here to this channel, my name is JEVENDOVEY. I do a lot of filmmaking tutorials, product reviews. I also do a lot of YouTube training. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications if you wanna learn how to grow your channel and get better using your camera. So I've had a few videos on my channel that have gotten over 1 million views, and the one in particular that we're talking about is my DJI Mavic Air tutorial. It's a 30-minute video. It's actually around 28, but it's a long video and it's driven more money than 2,000 per million views. So this video specifically has brought in over $6,355, somewhere in that range. There's a few cents on there too. And this video has 1.2 million views. So for 1 million views on this specific video, I've made $5,295. That gives me a CPM of around 5.23, which for my channel is a higher CPM than my average. I typically get around 3.7 for my CPM, and it fluctuates month to month and depending on the type of videos that I put on my channel. But overall, I've been getting around 3.7. I want to clarify one thing before we move forward, and this is something I forgot to do when I first shot this video. When I'm talking about CPM, I'm talking about the actual CPM that I'm getting from the money that is coming in from the video. Now, if you go into your YouTube Studio Beta, you can actually go look at your CPM numbers, and they're going to be much higher than what you're actually getting. What you're seeing is your actual CPM. However, that doesn't take into account all the views that you're getting on your video because not all of the views are monetized views. For example, if someone has YouTube Premium, they're not being served ads. So to find your real CPM, you take the amount of money that you've made off of a video and you divide it by the amount of views that you've got off that video, and then you multiply that by 1,000. And that's the CPM that you're actually getting from the video. And so I do this for my channel, and I also do this for my videos to get these lower, more accurate CPMs based on the total number of views that I'm getting rather than just the monetized views. And this gives me a better picture of where my channel sits when I'm doing this kind of analytical work. So this video got a much higher CPM, and there's a few reasons for that. And that's what I'm gonna dig into a little bit into this video on how you can actually take your videos and make more money with the content that you're already creating for your channel. So let's break down this video. This video is a 30-minute tutorial, a step-by-step guide. And this video's average view duration is around 10 minutes. And the reason that I'm getting such a high audience view duration is that it's a tutorial. It's a step-by-step walkthrough of a product. And these typically will drive more audience watch time, more audience views, and these typically will get you more search volume because people are searching for this style of content. And with it, because it's a step-by-step tutorial around something specific, I'm able to drive more average view duration and watch time because these are the things that matter when you're trying to get more views on a video. Now, not every niche is going to be able to benefit from doing step-by-step tutorials. If you're doing something like an entertainment niche, or you're doing something where there is no like tutorial base in what you're doing, then having a tutorial on your channel obviously doesn't make sense. So you have to kind of think about, in your specific niche, what kind of content do people want to consume over a long period of time? And there's a reason that you want longer videos. It's going to help bring up your CPM in the long run. So when it comes to making more money off of the videos that you're creating, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that your videos are over 10 minutes. This is essential. There's 2 reasons why you want your videos over 10 minutes. Videos that are 10 minutes or longer are more likely to have a pre-roll ad shown at the beginning of the video. If you have a short video, it's not always a guarantee of how often that pre-roll ad is going to be shown. And this is why typically videos that are 10 minutes or longer are shown a pre-roll at the beginning, because people have longer view durations, so they're watching more of your video. And so beyond the pre-roll ad, when you have a video that's longer than 10 minutes, you can also put a mid-roll ad, and that is another ad that's in the middle of your video. So if you just saw that, that was a mid-roll ad, and I added that manually in the back of my YouTube Studio Beta. So let me just show you what you want to do. So when you go into your YouTube Studio Beta, you're going to go down to your monetization tab, and then on here, you want to make sure that everything is checked, and then you can turn on your mid-rolls if your video is longer than 10 minutes. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. YouTube can automatically add the mid-rolls for you at quote-unquote natural breaks. However, when you do this, you'll get ads randomly in your video, and it's not necessarily the best placement. So you can go into the editor and then find a natural break in what you're talking about, and then add a mid-roll there. And this is the better way to do it, because then you're serving an ad to your audience at a natural break in your video, and you can determine when that is. So putting mid-rolls in your video is not going to be that big of a deal. And this right here is going to increase your CPM, and you're going to get more money per view that comes in and watches your videos. Before we continue, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites to online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build your online presence. And yes, I do use Squarespace. Squarespace is what I use to create my website, JEVENDOVEY.com. And the reason that I chose Squarespace is that it's super easy to use. For me, time is money. And if I can spend less time focusing on the little things and more time creating the content that I want to create, then I can move forward. The worst thing to do is just be sitting there tinkering over and over and not actually getting anywhere. You never have to worry about learning coding or anything like that. It's all super easy to use. Also, they have awesome 24/7 support. So if you're not understanding something specific when you're going through and creating your website, you can just reach out to them on the chat window. I use this feature all the time. It makes it super simple to build your website. So head over to squarespace.com and use my code JEVENDOVEY for 10% off your first purchase. All right, let's get back in to the video. So for my video specifically, the DJI Mavic Air tutorial I'm talking about, I have all of these ads turned on, and that's why I'm getting a CPM of over 5, whereas my channel is getting like 3.7, 3.8. So longer videos, that's a big thing. And longer videos is gonna help your channel overall, because the more average view duration that you can get on your videos and the more watch time that your channel accumulates, the more that you're gonna get your content suggested to other people. Because like I said, YouTube wants people to consume content. They want you to binge. So if your content is driving more views, more watch time, keeping people on the platform, then YouTube's now gonna serve up your content. So it all kind of works together, where if you focus on creating content that's going to drive longer view duration and watch time, then YouTube's going to serve that to more people, and you can put some ads within that video and you're gonna make more money. All works together. Now, another big tip to get a higher CPM is to target specific niches that have a higher CPM. Seems simple, but it's gonna take some research, and it's gonna take figuring out where the higher CPMs are. So you can go into Google AdWords and find different keywords that have low supply but high demand. So a lot of people are typing in these search terms, but there's not a lot of people really fulfilling these keywords. Those are specific niches that you could go after, because there's gonna be a higher CPM for those specific keywords. So it takes research, it takes figuring out where the high CPMs are, what keywords to even target, and then go after that. Now, one thing to think about, it may sound easy to be like, okay, I'm gonna go in and find a high CPM, gonna create videos around that. Well, if it doesn't fit into your channel and your niche and the content that you're creating, then you can't really do that. So for me, I do a lot of filmmaking, I do a lot of YouTube training. So my videos have to fit my brand. They have to stay within the content that I'm creating. If I was to go after this keyword that has a super high CPM but has nothing to do with this channel, then it's not gonna perform well overall. And what's gonna happen is actually hurt the channel. So you have to kind of make everything flow together. The key is finding keywords that have low supply, high demand, and target those within your niche. So for me specifically, I do this just by figuring out what people are searching for on YouTube and where there's not a whole lot of videos. So a lot of the things I've talked about in my other videos that I've done around this topic is finding search-based terms that have people searching for it, there's not a lot of people creating content for it, and you can rank higher in the system. The more that you can get your videos to rank higher in the YouTube search, the more that you're gonna get views to your channel. And now if you have longer videos and you're driving more audience view duration, and you have those mid-roll ads turned on, you're gonna be getting more money from the videos that you're creating. And it all works together. But the key comes down to figuring out your brand, knowing what kind of content you're going to create, and being consistent with the content that you're creating. You might be able to produce one video that gets 1 million views, but the key with YouTube and the key with making this sustainable and making this a business is doing that over and over and over. So focus more on the content that you're creating and just grow gradually over time, and use these tricks. Make longer videos, add in mid-rolls. Look for those keywords that are underserved and produce content for that within your niche. That is the key to making more money on YouTube, building your brand, building your channel, and just finding success on the platform. In the description, I've added some more videos on my channel that will take you through how to get more views, more watch time, more audience view duration, all the things that matter in growing your channel. So guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.